Hello, are we live? Yes, we are. How are we doing? Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to do a little presentation on some of the equipment and automation tools that I use to run my online course business. So over in my Facebook group, Entrepreneur to Edupreneur, I've been asked this question. So what I'm going to do right now is just pull up and share my screen with you and make sure I get that right this time, because yesterday I wasn't very good at doing that. All right, let's just share screens here. Share my screen, share the screen. Let's go. Okie dokie. So over in the Facebook group, Entrepreneur to Edupreneur, I've had a question from one of the members, Jose, who said, please could you explain the systemization and automation tools that you use to run your business? And I thought, what a fantastic question. So I'm going to take you through, I'm going to add a little bit more to that. I'm going to take you through some of the equipment that I use to create my videos, to create my courses, how I get them out to the world in terms of the platform that I use, and the automation, which is the biggest question Jose has asked there. How do I automate the whole process so that basically the entire process of the students finding the courses, enrolling in the courses, paying for it and taking the courses, as well as being reminded and having progress check-ins being done without me being involved whatsoever. So this is one of the great things about technology, is it really takes away from you physically having to do anything, and a lot of technology can replace you having to have the overheads of staff. So first of all, I'm going to show you a picture of my actual desk, because I can't show you that right now because I'm sat at it and I'm using the webcam. So right now, what you see on the screen is exactly what I see from where I'm sat right now. So I have the computer and I've got a webcam, which is what I'm recording this from right now. Now I use a Logitech webcam. You can get these webcams, honestly, anything from $50 to $500-$600, depending on your budget. There is going to be a webcam out there for you within your budget. And I find the webcam is the thing I use most because I do a lot of screen demonstrations. As you can see right now, I'm demonstrating my screen. I'm showing you what's going on my screen. And I use my webcam to be able to do that. A couple of other things that I have that you can't see because I'm using them right now are these light sets. So up behind my computer screen, I have a window, which is really important. I've purposely positioned my office in this way so that I have the natural daylight coming in at my face so that all of my videos are well lit with natural light. Your students and your viewers want to be able to see into your eyes. If you've got shadows, if you've got darkness over your eyes, it can reduce that connectivity that you can have with people. So you also have these studio lights that I've got here. Now, these are really cheap. You can get these on Amazon or eBay for as little as $20 each. You can get the full set with replaceable light bulbs for $50. And they come with the stands, with the tripod stands that they're on. Now, I have those permanently sat behind my computer screen so that when I'm doing live calls, webinars, conference calls, anything, all I've got to do is switch them on. They're permanently plugged in and permanently make it nice and easy for my students and my viewers to be able to see me. So I'm just checking I've still got the screen being shared. Yes, I have. Okie dokie. What else have we got here? Let me show you what else I've got going on. I also have, let me bring it up, a microphone. So this here is a Yeti microphone. Now, this is a standing desktop microphone, and this is great if you're going to be doing a lot of seated tutorials. So like I said, I do a lot of screencast demos where I'm sharing my screen. I'm sat at my desk a lot of the time to do that. So I like to have a nice sturdy microphone there to get really quality sound. Of course, if you're going to be doing podcasting and things like that as well, having a good quality microphone is really, really good. Now, if you don't have the budget for something as expensive as this, these are quite pricey little machines. You can get yourself a lapel microphone. So you can see in the image I've got up here, there's a lapel microphone on my desk. It kind of looks like a snake's wedding going on down there. It's a bit crazy. You can't see it, luckily. But these lapel microphones, basically, if I just bring this over here, it should stop sharing my screen. So you've got me. These lapel mics here clip onto your shirt, so you feel very important when you've got one of these on. And these can plug in either straight to your computer audio jack or, of course, to your mobile phone so that you can get really quality sound. Now, this beauty, this little bad boy right here, $20 on Amazon. $20 little. I don't know about you, but I spend more than that on coffees a week. So everyone, I'm sure, could save up for one of these. And this is going to make you sound great because you don't need to have a Hollywood production, but you also don't want to sound like you're presenting from inside the tin of a can of baked beans. All right. So this is really, really good, just to get that really good sound going. What else have I got on my desk? Let me just share my screen again. Share screen. Boom. Share. And let's just bring up this picture one more time, just so we can see what we've got going on here. Of course, it's very important that you have a mascot. and lots of coffee. I've always got an empty one of these on my desk. That's hilarious. So yeah, look, I always have my baby next to me too. Great for cute background sound effects. So there we go. There's that. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is some of the technology I use and how this all kind of fits together. So I'm going to just bring up another sheet for you here. So let's bring that out nice and big. Now, look, there is endless amounts of tools, apps, technology that you can be using. And I certainly have a massive list of technology and tools that I use. Why rely on human error when you could be relying on technology? Look, guys, I know these things cost money, $10 a month here, $20 a month there. But if you are literally replacing a human being and the cost of wages, not to mention the cost of your own time. I mean, ask yourself what you'd like to be paid per hour. What's the minimum wage in your country? I mean, work out how many hours a week it's going to take you to do stuff manually and decide whether or not investing in a bit of technology to do that for you is actually the better option. And I'm telling you now, it is. So a couple of different elements here. So I'm going to sort of come at these from no particular order. But obviously, if you've got an online course, indeed, if you've got any online digital product at all, you need to be making sure that you are constantly marketing that tool. If you are not constantly marketing it, if you haven't put it in every obvious place possible to get it in front of your students, please do not expect it to sell. It has to constantly be there. People always say to me, Sarah, you're everywhere all of the time. Well, that's why I'm making money. Okay. It's not about having big marketing teams. It's not about having money to do paid ads. In fact, I very rarely do paid ads. And in my lifetime of business, I've barely spent much money at all, a few $100s at best. So what you need to be doing is making sure that you have this kind of ecosystem of sharing going on with your courses. So I've got here just some of them, Facebook, social media, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Now, one of the ways that you can actually do this is with a tool called buffer.com. So those of you who have never heard of Buffer, it's basically an automation software that connects to all of your social media accounts, and you can preload social media posts and send them out to your audience. Now, if you're not doing this, I need to refill mine because it's emptied out. But what I've done is I've connected some of my social media channels here. I've got my Twitter page, I've got my business page on Facebook, I've got my Facebook group, Entrepreneur to Edupreneur, I've got my LinkedIn profile and my Pinterest account. So let me show you this. You can see on my Entrepreneur to Edupreneur Facebook group, I've got a bunch of posts. This one's scheduled to go out today. So I just come in here, you can put in text posts, you can upload videos, you can add links, you can do everything you need to do. And you can see here that these are all scheduled to go out every single day. Now you can actually change the settings per channel. So if I go on to settings and I go to posting schedule, you can choose what days of the weeks, what times. You can add multiple times that your posts will go out. So you just add all of your posts to the queue and they will automatically be distributed on the days and times that you have set. Now in my Facebook group, I like to post more than I would on my LinkedIn channel, for example. LinkedIn, you kind of post less often. So if I go to my LinkedIn channel here and go to posting schedule, you see I've got a different kind of posting schedule going on there. So you just go into settings for each one of the channels and you simply fill it up. Now, if I wanted to make a new post today, I simply click on what would you like to share. I click on the channels that I want it to be shared on. I do the post, I add a video or an image, and I then customize it for each network and then simply add it to the queue. And that will then go into the queue and be distributed on the days and times. Now, let's say I want to schedule it on a set date. Like let's say that there's a special offer coming up, you have a launch for your course coming up. You can actually schedule your posts on set days and times based on a particular date or a particular important moment. So that's one piece of automation software that I use to make this bit, the social media part, where I'm constantly sharing my courses and constantly putting it out in front of people, as easy and as automated as possible. People are like, you're always on social media. I'm like, no, I'm not. My buffer's always connected to social media. That's how we make it work. Now, the important thing I want to point out here, when you've got online courses or digital products, you're probably going to have them hosted on different platforms. Like some of you might be learning external learning management systems. Some of you might be using lead pages like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages, all those different kinds of platforms. It's really important that you actually direct people to your website, not to those external platforms. So I've got this really important thing here. Why? Because if you choose to change that external platform that you host your course on or you host your product on, well, all your marketing that's gone out through all of these different platforms is going to be now pointing to a URL that doesn't exist anymore. And you're going to have to go back and change all of your marketing. So I always point all of my traffic to my website. The more traffic that goes to your website, the more Google thinks that it's a good website, the more likely it is that it's going to start pulling it up into the search rankings. So you want to get traffic going to your site so that it has better SEO, better searchability, better levels of traffic, but also so that it's easy for you to later on change where you direct people to. So I simply create redirections for all of my my links to my courses. So for those of you who've never heard of this and it sounds like complete gobbledygook, and as long as you know what your login details are for your own website, if you go in, log into the back end of your site. Now I'm using a WordPress website. When I go into the back end here, you can add a plugin called a redirection plugin. So that is now here. Here's my redirection plugin that's working. These are free plugins. So you can see here, I've got like these big, long, for instance, a ClickFunnels page that's promoting one of my courses. This is where you can go sarahcorder.com/courses, yourwebsite.com/happy course, yourwebsite.com/free thing. That's how you do it. You simply just go add a new redirection. What do you want it to be called? So you just be, it'd be your website URL /happy, right? So put the word in happy. What's the target URL? So this is where you put your Google Doc that perhaps you're giving away or you want to redirect people to. This is where you put your Thinkific URL or the URL to your online course that's hosted somewhere else, and simply press add redirect. So this way you're sending people to your website. They're going to be redirected through the corridor of your website. Your website gets counted as having the hits. And now, of course, if I ever wanted to change the platform that I have my courses on, so at the moment that might be a Thinkific URL. Let's say I change it to my own platform later on down the line. Well, the website sarahcorder.com/happy, the URL that I've made, will still work. All I do is change the URL that it's being directed to. So that means all my marketing out there is safe. Okay, so this is a really important tool that makes sure that your marketing stays safe, so that all you're automating later on, like, you may have put this link in emails, it's all still going to work. So that's very, very powerful thing to think about and be considering. Okay, so let's go back here to my tools so I can talk about what else we've got here. So your website really wants to be that center of your ecosystem because everything else directs to it and connects to it in some way. So I do blogs as often as I possibly can. Blogs are searchable, so the more blogs you have out there, the more content you have out there, the more chance you have of being found. When people type in how to whatever your topic is, the more content you have on that site, the more frequently you update it, the more Google's going to go, okay, this is an active site, people are finding it, let's pull it up the rankings a bit more. So blogging is great because it's going to help you get found. Now, of course, the purpose of every single blog you do as a course creator is to be selling your online courses. So don't make it no minging sales fest, all right? You actually want to give value. You want people to share that post. They're going to share that post if it's useful and helpful. But make sure, throughout that blog post, you link to your online course. The bottom of the blog post, again, you say, this is my online course related to this blog post. Make sure that on the sidebar menu, there is a button that links to your online course. Make sure that there's some kind of pop-up when they get to the bottom of your post that links to your online course. If your marketing material and your content efforts are not directing people back to your course, what are you doing? You are missing out on a chance to get more people finding it. So what I do then is my blogs link to my online course. I've created a tab on my website called courses. So it's yourwebsite.com/courses. Guess what? That takes you to your online school. Now I use Thinkific, there's Kajabi, there's Teachable, there's Zenler, there's millions of others out there. Wherever it is that your courses are hosted, direct them from your website to that platform. Now, of course, from that platform, connect your payment gateways. So I use Stripe and PayPal. Why? Because in some countries, PayPal is accepted and Stripe isn't. In other countries, Stripe's accepted and PayPal isn't. So give people the maximum opportunity to buy from you. I mean, the more choices you give for people to buy from you, the easier it is. And you will be amazed how many people come to me and say, can I pay by PayPal because my husband doesn't know I've got money in that account? It's a thing. People like PayPal because it's kind of like secret monopoly money. So just make sure you have both the payment gateways connected so that you do have that maximum chance of selling. Now, just to give you some idea which one's better, I prefer Stripe because Stripe connects directly to your bank account. It pays out into your bank account immediately. And it only charges about 1 to 1.5% of the transaction fee at this time. It's completely free to use, other than that tracks the transaction fee. Whereas PayPal does actually charge around 5% transaction fee. So it's a bit higher in the commission charges. But either way, you know, at the end of the day, you're making money. So just factor that into however much you're going to charge for your courses. And the other very important piece of the puzzle to my automation for my business is my email marketing software. Now, I personally use ActiveCampaign because it's more than just an email marketing software. You can set up all the email automations and everything like that in it, but it's also a customer record management system. It also, you know, tracks everything your clients do within your business. It tags them. It shows what websites of yours they've visited, which emails they've opened, you know, which blog posts they read on your website. It's a sales management system and a project management system as well. So you can actually manage people's whole entire projects from inside here. So it saves you having to have project management software. It saves you having to have a separate CRM. It saves you having to like have all these other things. It's all done in one, and for the price, it really is amazing for what you get. So please go and look at others. You know, I'm not here trying to sell you on one particular thing. I'm just sharing which ones I use because that's the question that's been asked. But I really do recommend ActiveCampaign. It is fantabulous. So let me show you just some of the things that I do with ActiveCampaign with my online courses to show you how I use it and how it automates a lot of these processes for me. I'm just going to check if I've got any comments. No, I haven't. We've got a few people watching though. So let me first of all show you a landing page for one of my things, and I'll show you how ActiveCampaign connects to that and what it does behind the scenes. So here I've got my free course creation starter kit. So by the way, if you want to create your own online course, please go to sarahcordner.com/starter kit. And you can grab your free course creation starter kit right here. I'm just going to have a sip of water. Now, this is what the landing page looks like for people to get my free course creation kit. So it's got all the information about it. They type in their email address, they press get the free starter kit. I've made a video to explain what's in it. Even though it's free, you know, it's really important. The more effort you go to tell people what they're going to get, the more likely they're going to want to put in their email address and trust you to have their email address. So I, you know, have given a nice description here of what's in it, what they get, and get instant access now. So they whack in their email address, and then a few things happen behind the scenes. So the way I've designed this page has been designed so that when they put their email address in, they automatically get a tag because I've connected these pages together. They automatically get tagged in my email marketing software. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. So here's my email automation for my free goodie bag, my free starter kit. Okay. So here it says a tag has been added that they've opted in to the free course creators goodie bag. So as soon as they put their email address in that page, because I've connected that page to my ActiveCampaign, it will tag them with this tag. And then I've created this email automation. An email automation is a sequence of emails that have been pre-written that then triggers to fire off as soon as somebody has been given that tag. So they stick their email address in, they're tagged, and then the system goes, oh, there's a tag, boom, now send them this sequence. And so you'll see here, this is what the sequence looks like. This is an email that sends them their goodie bag. You know, hey, Sarah, thanks so much. Here's your goodie bag. And then I wait for one day. And you see I've got 51 people waiting at the moment in that stage. Then I send them another email saying, don't forget about your free goodie bag. Now, with these systems, you know, a lot of people's mails go into junk mail. Perhaps they saw it but didn't open it yet. You want to give people as many opportunities as possible to open your stuff, consume your stuff, and importantly, get the results from your stuff. Because if they do, that's exactly what makes them a fan and may go on to buy things from you. So then I wait another day and I send them tip number 1. I wait another day, it's another tip, and so on. So my free goodie bag basically takes people through the 10 steps to creating an online course. So each day for 10 days, I send them the tutorial video and the tip and the little exercise that they need to do to create their course. Now, this is all the free stuff, and it's all automated. So you can just see here, once a day, wait a day, send them the next step. Wait a day, send them the next step. Boom, that goes all the way through to my 10 steps. So by the time 10 days has passed, they've received my 10 emails, the 10 steps to creating a course. And then, of course, the final email they get on the 11th day will offer them the opportunity to buy my whole course, How to Create Profitable Online Courses. So this is how you automate that kind of nurturing process. You know, after 10 days of having great value, they're either going to have unsubscribed because they realize this isn't for them. Great. We don't need people on our list who our stuff isn't going to serve. So, you know, don't cry over unsubscribers. One of these nurture warm-up processes is exactly to filter out the people who do need your help and like you and have got to have a taste of you, a bit like having a nibble of the cheese at the deli counter. They've had a taste and they've decided whether they want to proceed working with you or not. Those that are loving it will then be really interested in anything you might have to offer next. And so that's what your final email will do, is offer them up. And then, of course, I end the automation because, you know, if I've offered it to them once, I'm not going to start bashing people around the heads trying to buy my stuff. They either want it or they don't. Up to you how aggressive you go with that. I just make people a one opportunity offer at a big discount. If they don't want it, they don't want it. I leave them at that. So just checking, got any more questions or comments? No, we don't. If you do have any questions so far, please do drop them down in the comments area below. So another example of how I do this, let's now show you my concept to course page. So is this my concept to course? Yes, it is. This is my concept to course program. This is like a 30-day coaching program where I take a group of people through the process of creating their online course. So this is for a more high ticket program, and this will go over 30 days. So again, I've got the landing page and the sales page. This is connected to my active campaign. So when people join and pay to join the program, again, a tag is added to their name and the automation starts again. So this is for my light package for my concept to course program. So you'll see here what triggers this automation to go off. And it's the trigger is that they are tagged with a tag when they buy the course. So then I add them to my sales area. I then send them a welcome email with their access instructions. I then send them their pre-preparation module, how to get into the online learning area behind the scenes. And then I actually wait for a specific day because my next program runs on the 1st of May. This is a program that runs on set dates and finishes on set dates. So here you can say, wait until it is the 1st of May and then send them module 1. Then wait until the date is the 4th of May and tell them they're halfway through the module and they've got to hurry up and they've got to finish and they've got to keep going. Wait until it's the 6th of May. So you get the point. I send them an email at the beginning of each week and normally halfway through each week, because in this coaching program, they have tasks that they have to finish before the next week begins. So I use this system to keep in touch with them, keep them progressing, make sure they're on top of anything, check in with them, and all done and dusted by the end. So that is what an email automation looks like, and 2 different ways that you might use one to stay in touch with your students, to just be there, to be in their inbox all the time as that person of support, putting the link back to your course in every single email. So you're making it as easy as possible for them to get back in and complete that learning. Like, please do not be that guy that, you know, just goes, I don't care whether they complete my course or not because they've paid me. Please don't be that person. Your success is absolutely directly attributed to whether or not people complete your programs. If they complete and they're getting results, your marketing will get done for you, because people walk away and say, I got this really valuable stuff. There was the course was value for money. I had really good customer service. The trainer was always in touch with me. I finished the program. I got the results that it promised. That is when you become successful. That is when people start referring you, start tagging you in Facebook groups, start telling their friends to come and join your courses. So use these automation systems to A, get found, and to B, be there for your students. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to even set up an automation that you do once, you literally do it once and it's set and forget, then this probably isn't the business for you. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. I'm very sorry about that. I've got lots of comments coming up in Spanish. Do I teach this in my course? Sylvia says. Yes, I do. So I have an online course, a self-study 8-week program. Which takes you through how to set all of this up. I literally have screen demos and you click and click and click and follow the clicking. And by the end of that 8-week self-study course, you will have set this up. Also, I have my coaching program, the next one starting on the 1st of May. If you're watching the recording of this afterwards, just go to sarahcorner.com/do-it and it will tell you when the next program's running. I literally take you through how to get this set up. And by the end of that 30 days, with my help, you will be completely set up, fully automated, and providing a quality learning experience for your students, which is really, really important in today's world when there's a lot of people out there just trying to make a buck. You want to be that person who has full integrity and is there for your students because A, that's the right thing to do, and B, if you want to be successful, it's what you have to do. So let me just check if I've got any other little automation tools. No, I haven't. I mean, look, I use tons of automation software, and those of you who want to know what other apps and tools that I use to run my business, you're going to have to either join the online course at sarahcorner.com/starter kit. If you go there, it will give you some cheap access. If you want to come in my group coaching program, that's where you're going to get all this stuff done in 30 days with my help, all day, every day. So that is sarahcorner.com/do-it. If you've got any more questions about how to create your own online courses, please feel free to comment below. If you found this useful, please share it. I've given my time. I really hope that you might be able to share this with other people who'd be interested in creating their courses too. Now, don't forget, if you're not in the Facebook group Entrepreneur to Edupreneur, do come on over. This is a question that was asked by a member of the group, and of course, I've now come and answered that, and I try and do that as much as I possibly can on a daily basis. Have fun, good luck, enjoy the process. It is a massive learning curve, but I am here to help you. I will be there every step of the way as you learn this journey, and believe me, you are capable of learning these new things. So good luck, and I will see you all with some more course creation tips very soon. Bye.